Y'all, Emily looks like weird Barbie from the Barbie movies. Have y'all seen that meme where like the Barbie doll wakes up and like half her hair is gone and that's how Emily looks. And it's no shade, sis, but I feel like she should have went home. I would. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. I'm congested. I know. Bear with me for today. I have been in 6 different airports over the past 2 weeks. Might have caught something, or it just could be it's cold AF. Here in Milwaukee, it's 22 degrees. So went from 75 to 22. But what's good, y'all? Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 17, Crash and Bond. This season is just, it's not seasoning. It's not seasoning the way that it should. It's not. It's not. And it's not, it's one person is ruining this season for me. Well, there's two. Orion and Becca. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of content coming over the next 2 days. Like a lot. Not even exaggerating, but there will be 10 videos posted between this one and then tomorrow ending with the Housewives of Potomac. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Leave comments down below. If you don't do anything else, thumbs up the video. Do not put comments about Love is Blind under this video. Love is Blind is coming, y'all. I promise there will be at least 3 Love is Blind videos today. All right? Let's talk about these people. So it starts off with Emily. Y'all know she cracked her head open last week. So I had a couple people saying in the comments that they didn't think that this was like real or something, or they're like questioning it, which I have actually seen on Twitter. A lot of people saying how they don't trust the show. They think the show was just doing all of this for theatrics. That was a very real stitches scar on Emily's head. Here's the thing. I'm glad that they explained what happened. So apparently the branch went up underneath her helmet, which is what I told somebody in the comments that I think happened as well. But she looked a mess, right? We're not even going to sugarcoat it. She looked a mess. I'm glad that it didn't cause any severe damage. That could have poked her fucking eye out. You know what I mean? Like, so thankfully, that could have hit her temple. And when something hits your temple, it's a wrap. So thankfully, she's okay. But she look a mess in that hospital, y'all. Emily needs to be thanking her lucky stars that she survived this with minor injuries, minor scars. Her hair can cover it, so kudos to her. Brendan calls Claire and lets them know Emily was in an accident. Now, I don't remember this, or maybe I didn't catch it, but somebody said in the comments that Austin said, I hope you guys crash because he didn't get to go ATVing. That's why you don't say stuff like that. Even if you mean it facetiously or just as a joke, you don't put that type of stuff into the atmosphere. So, Chloe and Michael. So, Chloe brings up Michael wearing a skirt. Look, sis, if you don't like the fact that this man wears skirts, tell him. Tell him. I feel like that's what Chloe needs to do. I get she wants to go along to get along, and she doesn't want to come across as, I don't know, a prude or like she's nitpicking him. But I just kind of feel like if I'm dating a dude and you show up in the skirt, it's gonna be a no for me, big dog, because that's not what I want, right? I know myself, I would have a problem with that. In this scenario, I feel like if Chloe was more open with Michael about his clothing choices, I mean, all you can do is tell him. Does that mean that Michael was going to stop wearing skirts? No, it doesn't. Or maybe it doesn't. But I feel like the passive aggressiveness of it all is what's bothering me. Right? What bothered me was Michael's skirt being wrinkled. If you're going to wear a skirt, wear a skirt. Don't have no wrinkled skirt, okay? I don't know what was going on with that. But Emily's passive aggressive. You think anyone else is gonna have a skirt on? Like, don't keep, y'all see what I'm saying? Like, she's skirting. No pun intended. I love a pun. But she's skirting around the issue. You have an issue with him wearing a skirt. I think Emily is okay with the hoop earrings and the pearls and all that type of stuff. The skirt might be the deal breaker for her. And if that's the case, it's not fair for you to not tell him that. Okay? So Becca's sick. She got a stomach bug. Girl, what did you eat? Y'all ain't been there but a day. So she has a stomach bug. And I said Austin's somewhere cheering because now he doesn't have to be accosted and groped in bed. He doesn't have to be. Once Emily gets some self-esteem about herself and realizes this man does not want you in that way, or he would have had you in that way already, your life would be much easier. But hey, you know, what do I know? Emily has a 4.5-inch gash. She's gonna need plastic surgery. Like I said, she looked like weird Barbie from the movie. And it's not a slight at all, but like, girl, that hair was, I couldn't do it. I have a very weak stomach, so even seeing that scar, that little curved scar up in her head was sending me. Like, I couldn't take it, couldn't stomach it. I feel so bad for her. She looked like she hurt. Like, she looked like she hurts. What else? Chloe and Michael. So they get to the couples trip. Chloe said that Michael went deep on the honeymoon and touched her soul. I said, that touched your soul, sis. Okay, don't know what that means, but he touched it. At dinner, Claire said that they were going to do, I guess, a fun little activity where you dress like your partner. Chloe said, oh, girl, we don't need no activity for that. He wears my earrings. He wears my pearls. He wears my skirt. Like, she starts going in. And again, this is that passive-aggressive mess that I'm talking about. It's passive-aggressive. So Michael asks how everybody's marriages are going, and now we get to the truth because everybody, Michael and Chloe think that everything is cool because they don't know. So Orion pipes up and it's like, well, me and Lauren's marriage only lasted 10 days and it's been tension ever since. No, it hasn't been tension. Y'all had tension during your marriage, right? As I said before, she told a racist joke. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, Lauren was in the wrong. Lauren then tried to deflect and ask why he has more smoke for her than he had for someone else. Then Lauren finally apologized, right? If Orion is mad about that, I feel like he's well within his rights. But I feel like after that, he low-key slut-shamed her and all this other stuff, and their marriage spiraled from then. But, why are y'all here? I'm so sick of seeing him in this shit on his eye. Like, I'm sick and tired of it. He said he wants to find common ground during this weekend. Hold on, y'all. Okay. This is some Vicks. Let me see if... Whew. I'm sorry. I probably should have paused the video. I should have paused the video, but that's okay. Get this Vicks, y'all. The lavender one. Can y'all see that? It smells better than the... I feel like it gave a little clarity. Okay. I'm sorry. Scratch that from the record. Okay, so... Orion wants to come to some common ground this weekend with Lauren. Lauren is in the confessional and she's like, look, this is not authentic. This is what he does. He presents well in front of everybody, makes it seem like he's like ready to, stand on big business and make sure that, we do come to an understanding, agreement, whatever the case. But then when we're not filming and the cameras are down, he don't fuck with me like that. So she's ignoring him. And this is what got me. This is when I knew something. So then Orion is like, Would you like to respond when I talk? Would you like to go to fuck to hell? I couldn't believe he said that to her. One, it was very condescending. Two, who are you talking to like that? Like seriously. Like seriously, who are you talking to like that? So she was like, "No, I'm just gonna sit here and drink my wine." Orion got the game effed up. I'm telling you. I promise you. Like, I don't have to respond to anybody. I don't have to talk to anybody I don't want to. You can sit here and play these performative games all you want to. But see, this is Orion's conscience because you knew that y'all could have at least tried to work this out in this marriage. Y'all could have. But remember, you had the ancestors on your back. Every indigenous person around the world was going to come at you for that one joke that she told when she laughed in your face. Remember, that's what you said. You had to answer to the world. Answer to her black ass when you kissing it because she don't want to deal with you. Sick of seeing you. Go get that eye healed. Get you an ointment, a salve. Go do something. My God. So we then they go play this boring ass game where they're reading like even their retreat is boring. Even their retreat is boring. So they play this confessions game. We don't find out anything good. Austin open mouth kissed the donkey. White people gonna white people. And that's no shade if you're offended by that. Sorry. Chloe was at an instinct party and poured liquor on a celebrity. I feel like the story sounded made up to me, to be honest. We then get Orion and Lauren. They're talking. Okay. He tells her that he wants to build a bridge because he's missing their interaction. What part of y'all's interaction are you missing? When she laughed in your face and said she understands what red face is? Or redskin? That you missed that part of the interaction, or you missed the part of the interaction where you told her sex was off the table because you didn't think she was taking this serious? Did you miss that part of the interaction? Or was it the part where she screamed at you and took her ring off? Or maybe it was the interaction where you told her that she has failed you and this marriage. I would like to know what interaction you missed. Was it when you told Pastor Cow that, you couldn't get past this? You couldn't get past the joke? Was it that part? Or was it the part where y'all were sitting on the phone, on the FaceTime with Dr. Pia, and Lauren had to cuddle you in her bosom? Did you miss that interaction? Or was it the interaction where if you've ignored her? Like, I just want some clarity on what interaction you're missing. But okay. He wants them to be able to team up in a conversation about their marriage so that they can explain to people what went wrong. Lauren said, we didn't team up in marriage. Why would we team up in divorce? And I felt her on that. Like, here's the thing. When Orion goes out on these limbs and he's talking by himself, right? And he is explaining what went wrong in the marriage. When Lauren doesn't jump in and say, yep, I agree, whatever the case, it does look away. It does. I think it makes him look bad because people are going to look at it as he's either trying to overcompensate, or they might feel like she's just like, whatever, because she's not denying or confirming. So she's like, "What? Why would we do that?" Because that's true. Why would we team up now when you didn't give a damn about teaming up? You decided that the marriage was over. You didn't even want to hear her out. You decided y'all were done. So now that she's decided that she's done, now what's the problem? I'm Ponytail, not over here. Go somewhere. Leave the lady alone. So She said that she doesn't think it's fair that he puts her on the spot in front of the other couples, and I don't either. I don't think it's fair either. If you're not talking to her outside of this, trying to come to common ground, why are you doing it now? He tells her that he's afraid that he's going to say the wrong thing. So he doesn't communicate with her because he doesn't want to make things worse. She said that her head is telling her, she doesn't need anything from him, but her heart still cares. Lauren, your heart does not care, sis. Y'all were together for this long. This long. That's how long y'all were together. Your heart was not that into this. It wasn't. It wasn't. So she said that she has reached her emotional capacity for him. I have reached my patience for Orion. Emily and Brennan, they come on back to the house. She looked like a battered woman, and like she looks bad. Okay, she looks bad. She tells them the story about how like the branch went up through her helmet. But one thing about Emily is a good vibe. So she's like, well, I mean, I've never rode in an ambulance. Check that off. I've never done this. Like, so she is in good spirits, but I also feel like people like that say that they're in good spirits and all that type of stuff, they are slowly dying inside too. You know what I mean? Nobody is always happy like that. So I feel bad for her. I do. No other way around it. So the next morning, the healthy ladies are doing the self-care day because y'all know Becca's sick. She got the stomach flu. Chloe said it's been hard to deal with Michael's fashion style. She said he's very high fashion. Lauren said you have to acknowledge when you're triggered, right? Which is true. Chloe, again, if you don't like the hoop earrings and the pearl necklaces and the skirts and the pink jackets and all that type of stuff that you're calling feminine, he won't know unless you tell him because you're leading him to believe that it's okay. You are. You're leading him to believe that what he's doing, what he's wearing, what he's saying is okay with you. And if it's not fair for you to continually act as if it is. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to Michael, who probably is watching this and he might feel blindsided, right? Emily talks about everything that's going on. She gets emotional. They all rally around her and hug her. Meanwhile, the guys are downstairs playing poker. Michael said that he's typically joking about the earrings because Brennan was like, so you really wearing them? Because Brennan was like, man. Michael said he's typically joking. He then said that, but if she's like, yeah, go ahead, I'm not gonna say no. I think Michael needs to realize that that's not jokes for everybody, right? And again, this is just comes down to Michael not reading the room, but nothing about Chloe's body language, her demeanor, or even her responses should lead you to believe to keep playing with this lady like that. You know what I mean? Like, if that's how Michael wants to dress, and I've said before, I don't mind the way Michael dresses, sans the skirts. The skirts wouldn't be okay with me either. But, I mean, the pearls and the earrings, and if that's how he wants to do, I like his hair, all that type of stuff. None of that bothers me. My issue is the fact that Michael's not reading the room. It bothers Chloe. It does. So, you got to be more aware. Gotta be more aware. So then they do yoga. They talk about compassion in their marriage. Brendan says he shows compassion by being there for Emily this week, today, this moment. Emily fool ass gonna try to lean forward so that she could do the yoga. Brendan was like, that's like the one thing you're not supposed to do. You got a head injury, girl. You're not supposed to be leaning over. Shit. Lauren says she shows compassion by first showing it to herself because you cannot expect others to give it to you. Orion feels triggered. A hit dog will holler. So Orion said that him and Lauren are in a weird place. Nigga, what? I know some of the cast watches my videos, right? I know the cast has watched my videos. I know which members of the cast have watched my videos. Some of them have been in the YouTube comments. Orion, if Orion, I promise you, babe, if you are watching this, send me a message on Instagram. I would like to tell you something directly. Just directly. It's not gonna be rude or anything of the sort, but I would just like to offer a statement or two over to you. Why do you keep bringing up Lauren? I have never in my life watched a show where two people have decided to go their separate ways, whether on Here or Love is Blind or Ready to Love or The Ultimatum or anything of the sort. And then that person starts to harp on the other person. It's weird. Just weird. Nobody asked you about you and Lauren. Austin and Becca, again, she's begging for the physical intimacy and the flirting and all this other stuff. And it's like, girl, tuck your shame in, tuck your thirst in, have some pride, have some self esteem, stand up for yourself. Orion and Lauren talk again. This episode, I felt, whatever. So she thinks that they're doing a good job about being civil and friendly, but she does not know if there is value in them having a genuine friendship. Good. Let's get it out in the open. I don't want to kick it with your skate with your Nathan, okay? Let's get it all out in the open. She said, had this been 3 weeks ago, she would have been more receptive and open to this scenario. But now, in the present day, she doesn't see the point in it because you could have had this conversation with me 3 weeks ago. We could have did this 3 weeks ago. So he asks if she wants to kind of check in with him in a couple of days. Is it mental illness? She said, don't call me, I'll call you. We then go to Ninja Warrior, which I absolutely love that show. We go to Ninja Warrior. Only Michael is the only one that's able to complete it, the only one that's able to do it. Chloe says she's turned on when he's more masculine. And it's like, Chloe, I need you to just tell this man, I don't like when you do the things you do, but I don't want to watch the next couple remaining episodes with you being passive aggressive towards this man. I just don't. It takes away from it. It's whatever. Becca and Austin. So later that day, no, before that, Chloe and Michael. Michael's taking a bubble bath. I thought he was going to invite her in, but he never did. I guess for various reasons. I can understand that. I assumed that he had on like swim trunks or something though. But she asked him about the couple retreat and kind of what he's learned, what he's observed, how he feels about it. He feels that he was kind of shocked by the couples because for his own, how did he say it? For his own, I guess, peace of mind, state of mind, expectations, he thought that they would all be doing well. Chloe was shocked that so many of them had veered the path that they did. They can agree that their communication is leaps and bounds better than the other couples, and it, for the most part, it is. For the most part, it is. Back in Austin, so they're having a little movie night. They haven't been sleeping. They haven't slept in the same room the entire trip. Couples were treating my ass. So she brings up how she was disappointed about Friday when they first got there. He got out of bed. She starts crying. He once again apologizes for not being in the mindset. She said it doesn't feel good to have to beg to be wanted. It doesn't feel good, but you keep doing the shit though. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. So it must feel good to you. It must be, this has to be a kink of Becca. You keep doing it. He feels that they've made a lot of progression, but he does not like the constant rehashing of this conversation when he thought they moved past it. She said, no, you might have moved past it, but I haven't. What progression have y'all made though, Austin? That's the thing. Y'all were making out before y'all had this conversation. Y'all haven't done anything about it. Are y'all making out now? Like, there hasn't really been any progression that we can see or that Becca feels. He once again promises to do better. Um, he then asks her if she thinks the conversation is helpful and or productive or something, and she was like, "It's not helpful to me to not talk about it." So basically, Austin doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to sleep with you. He just doesn't want to. And I feel like Becca. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. So she says she doesn't know if he really wants her. He told her we've been down this road already. And I don't know what else I can do to make you feel that way. Get her off. That's what she wants. Maybe he needs to just, carpet munch for a minute or something. I don't know. I don't get it. So he then tells her that he was hoping that tonight would end on a good note so they could see what would happen. He would say, but I guess that's not going to happen. So Austin, what you're saying is because y'all are having a conversation at this point about something that is really falling onto your shoulders. Now y'all can't try anything. What your feelings hurt? She looks shook. She looks, she over it. The next morning, she's upset that he didn't want to snuggle or cuddle with her in bed. Austin said that the constant talking about it is reopening a fresh wound. A fresh wound for who? Exactly. Ain't she the one with the wound? Ain't you the one holding the knife? He kisses her. Even the kisses are like super like platonic. It's just nah. And then they go do some super white people shit and they go to a fucking wolf sanctuary and let a wolf lick on them. I that was really all that happened on the episode though, y'all. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Wow, this video is almost 30 minutes long. Let me know what you guys thought about it. When is decision day? When is decision day? I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.